Nani yako na injury here and there, na kwa jumla hali ya vita iko vipi. So we are here for that purpose and to assure the country we know where we are going.
Who else do we expect, Mheshimiwa? Who else in the council do we expect?
Yesterday with our presidential candidate that our sister mother will also join us today. If she comes, actually she was chair. Yeah, so she will chair or we jointly chair, it doesn't matter.
But members will be dealing more with the Prime Minister.
And of course it is
ni usemi upi ambao tunatarajia kutoka kwako hii leo kwa wabunge kama hawa, licha tumeona umesema kuwa ni mkutano wa kujuana, lakini pia ni nini ambacho tunatarajia haswa kutoka kwako, kama vile Junet anavyosema wewe ndio utakuwa unashughulika haswa na wabunge?
Lakini we don't, we Kenya unajua sheria za bunge. You cannot anticipate debate. Kwanza tujuane.
Na kwa mtazamo wenu labda mmepata idadi ipi katika bunge?
Tunashukuru. I can assure you kwamba Azimio la Umoja One Kenya has many MPs. You can't compare. That's a fact. Kwanza ndio hesabu tunataka tuanze nayo. Secretary General atatujulisha.
And Mheshimiwa, it's the first ever of its kind, bringing together representation from all the 26 constituent parties under Azimio la Umoja. Do we expect also protocol and policy issues?
Protocol, I hate protocol. We just want to celebrate each other. Look, there's a governor here. He was originally Wiper. He has one on ODM. He's my brother, Governor Garissa. Governor Busia is here. I mean, there's Governor Kajodo is here. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. And there are people who are pretending there are very many governors. Amazing.
Can we call this a PG of its kind?
No, kujuana bana. Hawezi kuwa PG na magavana nini. Wewe unachanganya sheria zetu bana.
PG is after swearing.
Over. Let's cross to Nairobi County where we are now, and we have Felix Odiwuor aka Jalango, the newly elected Lang'ata constituency member of parliament. Jalango, congratulations in your first ever blue attire post-election and attending this particular conference. So what does it feel for you as a first timer, proceeding if there are no legal objections and all that, but you've been duly actually handed over the certificate for Lang'ata MP. What is your expectation and the mood this morning?
Of course, yes. First, I want to thank the people of Lang'ata who overwhelmingly voted me in. And I also want to thank the incumbent, Honorable Nixon Correa, who there will be no legal issues because, number one, he conceded and accepted. Second, he was even at my certificate handing over. And he said, we'll work together and support each other. My win is not about myself. It's about the people of Lang'ata. As a first-timer, I have a lot to learn, Seth. There's a lot to do. But most importantly, there's a lot to do in Lang'ata, and we want to work as a community. All the 5 wards, that is Nairobi West, Nyayo High Rise, Karen, South Sea, and everywhere, Mugumoini, everywhere in Lang'ata. Yes.
And of course, it was generally a smooth incident in Lang'ata. We didn't realize many hitches. And, your main challenger, the incumbent, actually, Nixon Correa Mheshimiwa, was among the first people to congratulate you. Yes. What does it tell about the constituents of Lang'ata?
The people of Lang'ata are very peaceful people. They love each other and they love peace. And when Nixon saw that it wasn't going his way this time, and it might go his way another time, he showed maturity in politics and congratulated me. And we believe that the one thing we need in Lang'ata is peace and development and work for the people of Lang'ata. Yes.
Thank you so much and all the best. Finally, what do you expect from your party leader today?
Wow. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Ye thee with little faith. It is said and written in the Bible. Prepare for Raila's presidency. Thank you.
Professor, just tell us about, what today's event is all about.
Thank you very much. I think today's meeting is a first meeting where the various elected members of parliament, both houses of parliament, for Azimio get to meet and to, I think, appreciate each other but also to appreciate the work that lies ahead for the elected members in parliament. Remember, we will form government and we will drive the government agenda both in the lower house and in the upper house. And I think it is important that we understand the threshold of the work that lies ahead of us.
And you're saying this at a time when we know that the tallying is still ongoing at the National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya, but you sound so optimistic as well.
Clearly, I was at Bomas of Kenya the whole of yesterday, and I can tell you that the exercise, and as much as it is going on, it is simply confirming the win of President Raila Amolo Odinga. It is no-brainer that a verification exercise undertaken after an election ought to do a basic thing, to look at the initial result that is sent and to confirm that initial result, not to look or to accept a new result that is posted in a website or that is shared by third parties. I think that's an important point, that this is a verification that must confirm Raila as the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Okay, tell us who else we expect in today's winners' conference. Do we expect the candidates, the flag bearer? Do we expect other senior members of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Council, including the chairperson, that is President Uhuru Kenyatta?
Yes, we are expecting the chairperson of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance and the officials of the party, because this is a streamline. This is a meeting that sets forth an agenda. It is the first meeting that will define government business and what shall be done after the president is formally sworn in. I think it is as simple as that.
Will it wait at least at a time when the IEBC chair, Wafula Chebukati, would announce the winner? Don't you think it's premature in a bit?
I think Kenyans are anxious. Let us appreciate Kenyans. The constitutional timelines for announcing a winner in a presidential election is 7 days. Those 7 days will expire on Tuesday. An anxious country awaits, and it is important that some direction is given and that some assurance is given that we are on course to ensuring that IEBC makes an announcement as to the winner of the election. So I think this meeting is timeless. It is a meeting that will dispel some of the concerns, some of the rumors, and some of the talks that we have had outside there. This is a very important meeting.
Indeed. And Prof, it is the very first one, the post-election meeting for Azimio la Umoja in terms of the numbers expected here. Tell us, in your own opinion, how do you think the coalition performed in the just concluded general election?
The coalition performed very well. We lost a few senior leaders, but in terms of, for instance, elective polls, I think if I look at the breakdown, UDA won about 89 seats in the National Assembly, ODM won about 88, Jubilee 24, Ford Kenya I think 6, ANC 6, and then the other smaller parties 1. Essentially, Azimio la Umoja has bagged most of the seats in the National Assembly. Now, in the Senate, it's almost a shared number. But I must say that Azimio la Umoja did very well in this election. And I think that is an important point, because the leader of majority in Senate and the leader of majority in the National Assembly will be determined by the number of members that are elected. So this is a very important function. Thank you very much.
And before I release you, Prof, there were talks about, voter apathy, actually in most parts of the country. In your own assessment, before I leave you to go, and you're also joined by other leaders, just tell us about the concerns about Kenyans turning up for this exercise.
I think that the turnout was a bit low, I must confess. But I think that perhaps it was the time. Many factors could have contributed to that. And I think that the 70, 80, not so bad for some regions, but a bit of concern for some regions.
Thank you so much, Prof, and all the best, even as you make your way inside the KICC.